Hey guys, welcome to the full moon in Aries video. Now I know I'm late, y'all, but I'd rather be in positive spirit and in a peaceful mind and in a good place when I do my readings. I don't just do my readings like an assembly line. So thank you for everyone who's rocking with me, who's been waiting for that video to drop, just to kind of see what energy that you guys are in, that we all are in as a collective for this energy. Now, whew, Mars is in retrograde. Mars is ruled by Aries, so it's all about that action. It's all about that that soldier energy, the energy to push through, to pioneer, to really act. And depending on where your Mars placement is on your birth chart, that affects us differently. So for those of y'all who don't know, my Mars is in Cancer, which is where it's in its fall. It's not the best placement to have your Mars, but I digress. So it's in a water element. So I've been having high highs and low lows, but I've been allowing myself to experience those emotions. So if you really want to know how this full moon in Mars, it's a full moon in Aries, will affect you, look at your Mars placement. And let's hop into the reading. So this is the full moon in Aries. Now remember, only take what resonates and let the rest fly, if I could talk. Okay, so today we're gonna do it a little different. I like to switch it up. I don't like to do everything the same, then it gets boring and stagnant. So what I'm gonna do, I pulled one card for this reading, and then the rest of the cards I'm gonna pull and shuffle as I go. So the overall theme for the collective, we have the Tower. And it's so funny because in this card, she's literally doing a yoga pose, but this is representative. It kind of gives me the Hangman vibe, so like Pisces vibe meets like Scorpio meets Capricorn, kind of like a destruction energy, where she's got her crystal, she's got her tea. It says unplug and relax for a spell. And it's so funny, y'all, because when I pulled my own personal cards for the full moon in Aries, my cards were saying pleasure, relaxation, and I've already had my own Tower moment for myself during this period. And for any of you that don't know, a Tower moment is when it feels like nope, like you're working really hard on something and it's like nope, or it feels like almost like the divine steps in and says no, not this way. And it's like, I put so much effort into this foundation. I put so much momentum into something for it to just be halted. So this girl right here, she's changing her perspective. Some of us, we need to really get into physical movement, yoga, exercise, excuse me, just being able to express movement with our body, expressing flow. Now the funny thing is, the full moon in Aries is all about, you know, action, but because Mars is in retrograde and Aries is the ruler of Mars, I was feeling this already energetically, but it's like, if you want to ride the wave of this momentum that the energy is in, it's time to take a step back. So it's almost the opposite of the traditional Aries energy. Instead of go, 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 it's slow, slow, slow. And if you try to fight that current, it's gonna be challenging, because this moon is actually gonna resonate for people as a time to take a step back. So if there's any time that you can plan to just give yourself 5 minutes, to give yourself just waking up early, doing any light stretching, anything like that, it's gonna help. And so the energy that's supporting us is we have simplify your life with this daisy energy. Some of you guys could love daisies. If you like to buy flowers, this would be a really good flower to have in your home right now. It says you've had so much going on that you're spread too thin. This has to change now so your vitality can recharge. So this is why she's like doing this yoga pose. She's taking a step back. What I've been learning in my own personal ascension and during this time in 2020 is that the old paradigm is shifting. So if you're the type of person that used to just make it happen, you just make shit happen, you plow through situations, the nature of that is changing. A lot of people are ascending their zodiac signs. So I've seen a lot of people who are used to work equals this much money. They're now having to trust more. They're now having to balance their life. So what I'm getting is the energy of balance. If you're used to working so hard, add some pleasure and some playtime, or some relaxation. If you've always been in that relaxation mode, maybe it's time to add some clearing the clutter, like even just clearing out your house, getting organized. It's not the energy of like moving so fast, but it's like getting things in order and whatever the balance it looks like to you. Everyone's different. And it's so funny. I had said the Hangman. This gave me Hangman vibes, and literally the Hangman came out. You see how they look? The Hangman is Pisces energy, but it's all about, she's hanging upside down. And it's so interesting because she has all these like spiritual symbols down here, but it's the energy of there's too much going on in your reality, in your life. So you literally need to take a step back. It's almost like when people who you see run a lot and you're like, girl, how do you run? How many miles? And they say, oh, it's a stress relief. It helps me, because they're in their physical element. Whatever you can do on this full moon within these next 3 days, even like all the way until next week, get present. Anything that makes you feel present. So music, exercise, lounging at the house, being outside, being in a pool of water, going swimming, anything, meditation, drinking tea. A lot of you guys might want to start drinking green tea. We have beautifying your home, just adding flowers or succulents in your home, saging, because right now there's a need to simplify your life. And with simplify, I'm not necessarily getting like something as extreme as downsizing, but for some of you guys, maybe you're considering downsizing, and that's a good thing. But right now we're in this Empress energy. You see how she's pregnant? You can see, there you go. You see how she's pregnant? This is like an incubation type of period for us. So the divine is saying that for some of you guys, you could be pregnant, but what I'm vibrationally feeling is, because this is a collective reading, not everyone's going to be having a baby. This is about the energy of when you're pregnant and you're in that last stage of your pregnancy, you can't fly, you can't do a lot. And so a lot of us might be feeling suspended, nostalgic, and we're wanting to get control over our life with this Emperor. We're wanting to, and it's funny because this is Mars behind him, and that's the energy of Aries. So a lot of us are really leveling up to a place where we will have more control over our lives. But right now we're in this like pregnancy mode, or in this incubator mode, where all we can do is rest. So if you've ever had a baby before, it's funny because we're in quarantine, but life has kind of gotten back to normal. A lot of people are going to work. So I think it's a lot of different energies going on in the collective. And I'm even feeling scattered now. But just if you can hold on to anything during this time, hold on to your intentions. You see in this card, you can't really see, but she's got this line that's going from her stomach to the moon. So this is a full moon. So whatever you intend, write it down, because right now you're birthing something. So just know that if things seem slow right now, it's because you're in that last push, that last phase. And so what's coming up next is the full moon in Taurus. I feel that a lot of you guys, because this is Taurus energy, are going to start to actually see those things and feel like you have that momentum again to get up and do what you need to do for this moon. But this is heavy, so be gentle with yourself. I just want to see an energy that can support you at this time, in addition to taking things slow and resting. We got Leo energy. So some of you guys could be Leos. We got Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio. But with this Leo energy, I always feel like Leos really care about how they feel. When I think about Leo, like they're very much about being around the right people, that tribe mentality, but also just nurture yourself, take care of yourself, do something nice for yourself during this time. Patience doesn't have to equal boredom. Patience equals presence. So anything you can do to be present. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Sagittarius energy. And I love it because Sagittarius, they got that bow and arrow, and they're like, hey, this is where I want to go. So at this time, focus on yourself, focus on how you feel, relax, take it easy. Even though it's in the Aries moon, it's going to help you with this momentum of this heavy energy. And also, if you're going to do any work that's above and beyond, just be setting your intentions for what you'd like to receive. And I'm gonna pull a couple of affirmations because I haven't done these in a while. So what do we have? We have allow love. So some of you guys, you need to set the intention to allow love into your life through friendships, through self-love, through romantic love, however it resonates. We have they are toxic. So maybe some of you guys, it's going to be separating yourself during this moon from anyone who makes you feel like they have toxic energy. So that means when they hit you up in your gut, what do you feel? Do you feel like, ugh, why are they hitting me up? Or do you feel excited? And if you don't feel excited to talk to that person, most of the time they're toxic. And then you have raise your frequency. So when when we raise our frequency, we allow these blessings to come in. So don't worry, the action is coming. Don't worry, the manifestations are coming right now. Don't fight the energy, flow with it. Okay, guys, so this was the reading for the full moon. This has been a really interesting time for the collective. So if you're struggling, if you're having a hard time, hit me up. I would love to dive deep with you, give you all my readings now. All readings 30 minutes and up. I always give a ritual for people. So how to navigate this energy purposely for you, specifically for you. So if you'd like to book a personal reading, all my information is below, or if you're watching on Instagram, it's in the link in my bio, and my website is strictly for payment. So if you'd like to discuss like what time I'm available and things like that, at the bottom of my website I have a contact form page, so you can hit me up with any questions about reading and anything like that. I'll see you guys in the next reading.